everyone, Lori Whitlock here. I am so excited to show you how to put together this brand new witch boot that I have at the Silhouette Design Store and in my shop at shop.loriwhitlock.com in SVG format. This witch boot is really cute. It's got a little heel on it and it's just got a cute shape to it. It's all hollow so you can put treats inside. It's got a little lacing detail here on the front. And let's get started putting this cute little project together. So I've cut out everything and I've got it here in front of me. We've got the front and the back of the boot, and I've gone ahead and put the covering panels on so you can see where those go. This is the heel piece with its covering panels, and these are the strips that go along the sides here to attach the front and the back of the boot together. So they have little glue tabs along each of the sides, and they do attach to each other in this order that they're lined up in the file. So that will help you. These little glue tabs, you can connect this all into one long strip, but I prefer to work with them individually. It's just a little bit easier with this project. You'll need a piece of ribbon or twine or something, and I went ahead and put a little bit of glue on the ends of these, and I'm letting that dry while we're working on the project, so it's a little bit stiff, kind of like a shoelace. You might need to use a little bit of tape or something on the end of whatever it is you'd like to lace through this. And you'll notice here on the front of the boot, I've put the covering panel, the polka dot paper, but I've also put some glitter cardstock here for the little lacing detail piece, little scallop piece, and the holes line up all the way through on all three layers. So go ahead and glue those together. And then you'll also want to train this piece to curve because it's going to actually curve right here into this boot shape. So you might want to use the edge of your table or bone folder or something to kind of help you curve that piece and train that paper. So I'm going to go ahead and scoot the pieces that we don't need right now out of the way, and I'll put the lace out of the way for a minute, and we'll go ahead and start with this piece right here. We're going to glue around, and you're going to want to work around the shoe so that you don't get stuck needing to glue things down in this area when it's closed off and you can't reach. So we're going to work with both layers, and we're going to glue this piece in first. This is our heel piece, and we'll just go ahead and set that aside for a moment. So the first thing we'll do is go ahead and fold all of our glue tabs to the inside. Okay, and the little scalloped edge starts at the top of the boot. So I'm just going to take this one side and go ahead and glue that in place. So we'll put some adhesive here. Let me get that unclogged just a little bit. Put some adhesive here on these glue tabs. And we'll just work around the edge here very carefully. Just line up those scallops as if there's a recess or a valley right there between them. And then that straight portion goes at the top, and then we start curving right here. And just make sure you glue the edge of the corner right where they match up. And it takes a little bit of time and patience to glue this right where it goes. And you might find that it's helpful to push down on the table. And I'm going to go ahead and put a little glue around the rest of this. And this is a pretty tight corner here, so you want to make sure you use plenty of adhesive and push things into place there. And you'll probably want to just hang on to that end. Just hold that in place for a few minutes while it dries really well. And this is where training your paper really comes in handy. It allows it to curve a little bit easier. Okay, once you feel like that's glued in place really well, we'll go ahead and do the other side. And get those glue tabs all ready, and we'll go ahead and put some adhesive on those. Okay, and our next piece, just so you're aware, is going to attach right here and go around the corner. So just be prepared to glue that in and glue around the corner when we're done. So again, we're going to just work, I'm going to start here at the top and just line that up where I want it. And this toe is by far the trickiest part. But once you get it in, it works really well. Okay, so now we're ready to go ahead and attach the next section. But we want to go ahead and fold on all those score marks. I'm going to put all the glue tabs to the inside, and then you'll notice that this piece is going to go right here, so we'll just fold all of these pieces, fold around just like that. They're going to fit in place just like that. Okay, so let's first put a little glue here on this tab. And we'll do these two little tabs. Okay. Make sure that corner just lines up right where it's supposed to line up. And then these two little tabs. Glue right across the top. Once you get everything in place, it really helps push that toe into the right position. We'll put some glue here on these two side tabs. I'm just going to push that backwards out of the way a little bit as I glue this in place. You can get your hands in there. Okay. We'll keep working our way around. Now we're at the bottom of the shoe here. And if you want, you can go ahead and glue your next tab on before going around the next corner. It might be helpful. Go ahead and fold all those glue tabs to the inside. And again, we've got a curve going on here. So we're going to connect it here, and we need our paper to be trained to go this way. So you might want to use your finger or your bone folder here and just train that curve in. So it'll be easier to glue that in place. So we'll go ahead and put a little glue here. And I think it's probably a little easier to go ahead and connect it before we get to that corner. We'll let that dry. While that's drying, we'll just go ahead and put a little glue here on these side tabs, these two straight ones. Got a little extra glue going on here. Just go ahead and wipe that off. Luckily this glue dries clear. Okay, so now we're ready to make this curve. And again, if you want to go ahead and attach the next piece, it's the last piece here. And we can go ahead and fold on all these square marks. Let's see, this one's actually going to fold the opposite direction there. You can kind of see how everything's going to go into place. And go ahead and fold all those glue tabs to the inside. And we'll go ahead and connect this piece on. Okay. Now go ahead and take all these glue tabs here and glue them along the curve. Okay, I do have one little tip for you. Before going any farther, and you might want to even do this earlier, we need to go ahead and do the laces because it's going to get really difficult to get into those laces when we get up any farther. So I'm going to go ahead and do this curve and then we'll work on the laces. A little bit of a trick getting all those glue tabs with glue tucked inside. There we go. Again, just work very carefully on those around that curve. Get your hand inside there when you need to and push things where they go. Just as long as that next curve ends up where it needs to be, you're in good shape. Let's hold that while it's drying. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and work on the laces before we go any farther. So, like I said, I put a little bit of glue on these tips so they'd be nice and firm as we work with them. And here's what the laces look like. So we need to start by going out through those bottom, or down through those bottom two. Okay, and then we're going to crisscross on the back side. If you want a good view of the lacing, we can go ahead and look at that while I'm working on it here. And it's going to take a little bit of patience as you lace these back and forth. Okay, and as we finish up our lacing, we'll just pull both of those pieces to the front so it looks just like this. And we'll go ahead and tie this in a bow. And I'm just going to leave this a little bit long for now and we can trim it later. And let's go ahead and finish putting this together. And it looks like as I was working, I kind of release this side, so we're going to have to re-glue that. I'm going to go ahead and put glue on this next little section here. Sometimes when you hold that next section in place, it kind of pushes the last section into the right position. And then we're ready for some glue here on this next couple of sections. Okay, and then we're ready for the glue on this last section here. And we'll just finish up this last side here. And now all we need to do while that's drying is put together our heel. So the heel is just put together by folding all the score lines towards the middle. And this is the bottom of the heel, and up on top here is where we'll be connecting it to the shoe. So first thing we'll do is just glue all 4 of these side glue tabs to form the box shape. You can kind of get those top tabs out of the way for now. Hold that in place. Once you have that box formed, you can just go ahead and fold down the sides here and glue them to each other. And once you have this part made, you're ready to connect it to the shoe. So we'll just take this once it's dry. In fact, I think what I'm going to do, losing some glue here. I'm going to actually put the small pieces towards the outside. I think it'll be just a little bit firmer that way. And put our glue down under there. And put glue on this little heel section right here. And go ahead and just put that heel in place and hold it all at once. And that completes our witch boot. As soon as everything's dry, you'll have a nice sturdy little favor box that's open from the top. You can trim your laces as desired and finish up your boot. You could embellish it with some different decorations, be cute with some ghosts and spiders and different things added if you wanted to. But I think it's a really fun little witch boot shape, and I hope you have fun making these this Halloween season. Have a great day, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.